Come on, set. 18 Gator. That's trash. Shoot.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Costello found his target. It's Anderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Back to throw. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Costello, he's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Carr, throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 7-7, our score after 1.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello, a screen to Bell. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Hey, Alpha.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello. It's caught by Herndon. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Come on, set. 50, plant. They're going to need some therapy after this. 5.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Go.
Off the play fake. Costello. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Check, 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 check. White Monday down.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On play action, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Come get some. Come on, defense.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see it.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Quentin Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
93.
On third and long, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. That's complete. It's Bell. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
On the double.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Ready? 91.
What we got?
Throwing on first down. Costello. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's put that team on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Costello. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Go now. 10-2 stop. Topper.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run forward Gallman. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Now Gallman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in the East Bay. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go. 10 logo.
I got you.
Get it.
This is Gallman. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Yes.
Here's Gallman. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
218, chop. Hey, 2. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Throw complete to Herndon. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Team spill. Get ready.
Gallman will run it, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Jets.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, let's go.
Operating from the gun. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
57's Mike.
Looking to throw. Costello. On the catch, it's Crowder. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. That's complete to Gallman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, break.
From the gun, Costello, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to track back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
7:34.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Ready, ready.
51 for Mike. Right here.
Get.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and